Well, it's that time of the month again, guys. We're doing another vlog. This almost feels weird because I'm in the process of editing my vlog for the reads that I did in October. Usually when I do these 24-hour reading challenge vlogs, I have been starting with a Lucy Score book, part of the Blue Moon series. Unfortunately, the next book in the series isn't set to come out on Amazon until November 25th. I don't know why. I guess it's out of stock. Maybe they're doing a reprint. I don't know. So I'm going to start this vlog in a bit of a different order. We're going to kind of go backwards, and this time we're going to end with the Blue Moon book. The book we're going to be starting with is Chosen Flameborn by Amy Lynn. I am so excited about this book. It is supposed to be about dragon riding. You've got this girl who basically gets her heart broken by a guy that she was in love with. She is so heartbroken and so upset that she decides that she just can't live anymore. And she climbs a steep mountain and tries to throw herself off just to be saved by a dragon. Because this dragon bonds with her, she ends up having to join this elite group of dragon riders. That's kind of where the story ensues. It sounds like it's going to be so good. I'm also a little scared because there's a couple books this year, several books this year, that I have been looking so forward to, and they've disappointed me. And I will be honest, I just got done reading two books that just weren't very good. Let's get into it. So this is going to be part of a book series. I don't know if it's going to be a duology or an actual series, but as of right now, this is book one of the Emberquill Academy. There's the map. So I like how they have a guide in the back of the book for pronunciation on names, because I do try my best to honor the authors by at least trying to get the pronunciation for their characters' names correctly. In fact, we'll just go over here to it. So there it is. It's got the dragons' names, and that's probably the people's names over there. About 60 pages in, a couple hours down in my timer. We were only in her POV for a little bit. Her name's Bren. Mostly we have been in the MMC's point of view, and his name is Donovan. He's just trying to figure out where Bren fits in with their Flameborns, because she is a girl and she is the first female Flameborn that they've ever had. It's a really, really good book so far. And I did look it up. This book, actually, book 2 is already out, and book 3 is set to come out on December 31st. You can bet I'm going to be picking the others up. I cannot believe this book is not talked about more widely. Nobody is talking about this book, and I cannot believe it. It is so good so far. So if you haven't read this book, seriously, pick it up, guys. Because like I said, I'm only about 60 pages in, and I am...
The FMC Bren, her dragon's name is Akane, and she is a grayscale dragon. And then you have the MMC Donovan, his dragon, whose name is Kegosi. I keep on wanting to call him Kegoshi, and I think it's because I've got Yoshi from Mario Brothers stuck in my head for some weird reason. So I keep on wanting to call him Kegoshi, but it's not Kegoshi, it's Kegosi. He is the kind of like the dragon, he's like the leader of all dragons, and he is a black scale. When we go to Donovan's point of view, this is the picture that shows up. I think it's cool that they have their own little picture with their dragons in the background. When it's back to Bren's point of view in the book, this is her picture.
There's no heart in this broken world that has not been taken a wound, Bren. You and I, we share the bond of pain.
I'm 62% complete with this book right now, and it is amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. I have just been curled up. This is one of those really, really big jacket type blankets. So it's like a blanket, but it's a jacket with like sleeves and stuff. And I've just been curled up reading. I was supposed to go on a run today, but to be honest, I am feeling so abnormally cold, which is interesting because it's like 65 degrees outside, and I have a rest day tomorrow, so I flip-flop them. But anyways, this is my book channel, not my running channel. But why aren't more people talking about this book? I mean, if you're a fan of Fourth Wing and you haven't read this book, what are you doing? This book is so good. It gives me Fourth Wing vibes. It gives me His Majesty Dragon vibes. I love Donovan. He is a hot general dude. Ugh. I love his dragon. I absolutely love Bren. She is so relatable. So many times in books, you've got the female who has some kind of tortured past, some kind of trauma in her life, and she ends up becoming this hard-ass woman, this kick-ass woman who doesn't take crap from anybody, and she's strong and she's capable and she's amazing. And okay, that's good, that's great, and that's what a lot of authors do for their FMCs. And again, okay, I get that. It makes a lot of sense, because for those of us who've been victims, reading books with strong female leads like that, it's great. You know, it empowers us. It tells us that we'll be capable of being able to be that strong. And that's what I love about Bren, because she is real. She's broken. She's hurting. She's destroyed. She shows the real life struggle that we face. It's not as something as simple as just being strong, being tough, and getting over it and moving on and being kick-ass. No, that's not real life. That's what we want to be. That's what we wish we could be, but it's not real life. And Bryn shows that. She shows how 1 minute she is flying high. She's accomplished something amazing. She's hit a milestone, and she's praising herself, and she's excited, and everything is fascinating and exciting. And then suddenly a thought comes into her head that reminds her of her trauma. And suddenly it's like she's back there again. And no matter who's with her now, no matter her success, no matter her accomplishments, it's like she's that person in her past again, in her mind. I love the relationship between Bren and Donovan. I can't explain it without giving stuff away, guys, and I don't want to give stuff away, but the dynamic between the two of them is so amazing, and it's so refreshing knowing all of that. She's going to have a long ways to go before she's going to be able to willingly be in any type of romantic situation with Donovan. But I also feel like that is a type of distance in a relationship that isn't really so much a distance as it's a growth between the two people. This is everything a Dragon Rider book series should be about, and it's amazing. I do have to say, check your trigger warnings about this book, because it definitely deals with traumatic experiences, and it talks about some pretty heavy stuff. So definitely check your trigger warnings and be prepared for that. My little buddy. He's my little book buddy. Garfield. Hi, baby. He's like, leave me alone. I'm cleaning myself. Jeez, can't I clean myself in peace? Clearly not.
When you're... Oh my gosh.
Should I hold the camera for you.
When you're trying to record yourself reading.
Oh.
But others think they're the star of the show. Do you think you're the star of the show? Do you? So I just finished Flameborn Chosen, and oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know how to describe this book. Calling this book a god tier book doesn't even cut it. It's so far beyond that. Can we give 10 stars? Because this book deserves 10 stars. Now that I've read the whole book, I will definitely say that this book definitely touches on some really hard, deep stuff. And so if you've never read this book, check your trigger warnings. Seriously, check your trigger warnings. This woman has been through a lot, and they touch on it, and it's deep and it's raw, and it doesn't shy away from the pain and the suffering and the hardships that people go through in trauma. You could feel her pain, you could feel her struggle. And as I was reading this, I found myself rooting for her, and every single time she would get in a dark place in her mind, I found myself just wanting to encourage her too, and wanting her to listen. And when people would try to tell her that she was special, she was important, that she was strong, that they cared about her, and she didn't want to believe them, I'm just like, no, don't do this, Bren. They care about you, they love you, just open up to them. And it was just, this book broke me in so many different ways. And I would have to say, out of every book that I have read in 2025 so far, although we've only got seven and a half weeks left of the year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, wow, that just put it into perspective. But anyways, this is my favorite book of the entirety of 2025. I immediately went and I purchased book 2. Unfortunately, it's not going to get here until sometime next week. I must know what happens. And then after that, book 3 isn't going to be out until December 31st. So at least I don't have to wait another full year or something to be able to read book 3. So now that that's done, it's time to get into my second book, and I decided that I wanted to go with more of a fall theme for my next book. I have Pumpkin Spice Meltdown. Oh my gosh, I can't talk suddenly. I just finished Flameborn Chosen, and my brains is mush because it was so good. But I have Pumpkin Spice Meltdown by Kate Minty, and then I have this book, which is Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish, and I'm trying to decide which one out of these two that I want to read. So after some thinking, I decided that I'm gonna go with Pumpkin Spice Meltdown by Kate Minty. I have 13 hours and 13 minutes left on my timer. I don't know how I did that, but 13:13. Let's get to reading this, okay? Chapter 1. Okay, so it's not a shock because it says it on the back here. She was dating this guy long distance, and she considered him her boyfriend. And then so she decides to get rid of her apartment, sell all of her stuff, only keeping a few things, and then she literally decides to move in with her boyfriend. She hops on a plane. She lands in his city, and just as she's getting off the airplane, her phone gets all the text messages that it didn't get while she was on the flight. And he literally says, I didn't know how to tell you, but right now is not a good time for us to live together. I'm married. I just didn't know how to tell you. I'm sorry. And I have serious questions. Okay, first off, did she give him any heads up? When she, selling your apartment and selling all of your stuff, that takes time. That takes months, right? So he had to know that she was doing all of this. hit list number one for the fact that he was married and he was leading this girl on. The fact that he was allowing her to sell all of her stuff and do all this stuff and waiting until she was on a plane to get to him to tell her that he was married. Ooh, that is a new type of douchebag, you guys. A new type of douchebag. But again, I don't know all the details. That was just the prologue. I think that she needs to track this guy down and tell his wife what he was doing, because the chances are, even though he had to break it off with her because it was getting too serious and she wanted to move to be with him, he's probably doing this with other women online, let's be honest. So someone needs to inform his wife of what he's doing so she can leave his loser ass. That's just my opinion. All right, so I just finished doing a 6-mile run and I'm getting ready to head back home and get a soda and my book. But I wanted to talk about my book for a few minutes. It's actually really good so far. If I'm understanding my research correctly, the author that wrote this book, Kate Minty, this is her like debut book. But I'm not 100% sure because there's a picture of another book on the cover, and I don't know if that's her book or what. I mean, usually debut means like, first book. So far, it's pretty well written. I made sure that I got out and did my long run today, like early in the morning. I got out the door by like 6:30 in the morning so that I could go home and have a few hours to just like put my feet up and read before my kids get up. I did want to say too that I am also listening to a book. I'm re-listening to the Sinster. I can't remember the name of the series, so I'll put it right here for you. But the book one is Sinster Magic, and I absolutely love this series. Zav is one of my top 10 book boyfriends, and I just love his quirkiness, and I love the shoes that he likes to wear. And so I'm re-listening to that. I started listening to them just on my long runs because usually my shorter runs are more high intensity, and I need something a little bit more like music or something to get me through those hard runs. I can't wait to get back home and read more of the Pumpkin Spice Meltdown. See, these are the little typos that I'm talking about, like a few words here and there are misplaced. So this is the sentence. She felt like was walking into a little autumn hug. What it should say is she felt like it was walking into a little autumn hug, right? So the word it wasn't in there. So these are the little typos, and it's not a lot. I've only seen like a small handful of them. For the most part, it's fine. See, here's another one where a word was left out. The quicker she got into a shower, the better. Gingerly, with just the tips of her fingers, because we're the only clean part of her body. It's supposed to be the quicker she got into a shower, the better. Gingerly, with just the tips of her fingers, because they were the only clean part of her body. I just thought it was interesting because there's this whole part where she starts yawning and he's telling her to stop that, because if she keeps yawning, then he'll keep yawning. And then she laughs and she's like, I think it's funny how contagious yawns are. I could read about a person yawning and want to yawn. And you know what, guys? I totally yawned. Okay, so I have got about 50 pages left of the book, and it is... It's a cute story. And I absolutely love Brian. He's the MMC of this book. He has just above and beyond for Natalie. I mean, every time that she needs something, he's there for her. And he's been that way from the beginning. He has been so sweet and so kind. The things that he's done for her, it's just, this guy is just, he's still in my heart, you guys. He's still in my heart. Now it's time to start the last book in my 24-hour reading challenge. We're going to read The Fine Art of Faking It by Lucy Score, Blue Moon series. And I literally only have a couple days left in November to get this book done. I have to read it fast and quick. So let's get into it. I'm into chapter 7 of the book, and to say these guys have history is a serious understatement. I'm definitely getting a modern day Romeo and Juliet vibe going on here. The families definitely hate each other, and it's interesting because I don't know why. They know that there's a family feud. They know it's been going on for longer than anyone can remember. They just decided to hate each other, and you can tell that a lot of the things that have went down between the families was just a bunch of made up phooey wooey that makes absolutely no sense. So far, already a hilarious book, a huge overreaction in my opinion in some cases, but then again, I guess you can say that that's the case in every book that you read, because if the main characters didn't overreact at everything, there wouldn't be a book. It'd be like, their eyes met from across the room. They fell in love, the end. Oh, no. They fell in love happily ever after, and then the end. So, obviously, there's got to be misunderstandings, lack of communication, overreactions, so that you can have a plot. Not me saying how much I need to read my book and finish it, watching Kaiju number 8 instead.
This is the vice captain. I can't just unload on him like I would on a kaiju.
So I think the Beautification Bureau is up to no good, and I genuinely think that they overstepped a little bit. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on all the details, but I think that their attempt to get the FMC and the MMC together might have went a little bit too far. Don't get me wrong, I love the Beautification Bureau and I think they're hilarious, but this might have went a little too far, honestly, if what I think happened. So I am trying to do things, and every single time, let's see if he does it. Every single time I try to walk by the bed, he's preoccupied with cleaning himself now. But every time I would try to walk by the bed, he would attack me. You gonna show him? You gonna show him? No, now you're not gonna do it. Oh, here we go. He was doing stuff like that every single time I would walk by the bed. But now he's cleaning himself. Be nice. Please. Jeez. I'm gonna mouth you up, you mother fluffer. How dare you interrupt my bath, rude. No, he's not gonna do it now. Oh, there he goes. He's attached. Let me go. He's like, I'm gonna fluff you up. Okay, let go. You win. I surrender. I'm about 44% done with the book. So far, it is really good. It's kind of a good time. You've got some, fake dating going on. So she's very much into him, but I think she's afraid, and there's all these obstacles in the way. So by her telling herself in her mind that it's fake dating, that somehow it's going to justify everything, and it's just going to allow her to have what she wants without all of the drama and issues that come with actually being together. It's a good book. It's a good time. I am finding myself honestly to be slightly bored, just slightly. You know, I'm still kind of lost in Brimstone, which is the last book that I read. So I feel like in some ways this book just isn't getting a chance because Brimstone just like ruined me. Because it was such a good book. I have a training run that I have to do. I have to run like 4 miles today, and I'm going, oh my gosh, no matter what I do, this run's gonna suck because I am not feeling it at all. I just want to curl up in my blankets and read all day and do absolutely nothing. Ignore the world. Responsibilities, who needs them? Go away. Stop knocking at my door.
Oh my god, she's like, she wakes up and totally forgets the events that happen, and so she wakes up and then she's like, has a moment where like, there's no alarm, there's no phone, where am I, what the hell?
Looks like his earlier agitation with me has passed. He has forgiven me. I have been forgiven. I'm waiting for the parents to jump in and try to destroy everything that they're building right now. But chapter 31, and ooh man, things are getting... They be getting crazy up in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, look what I found. The Wolf King. This has been on my list forever. I've been really wanting to read it, like, really bad. But every online website that I have it saved, it says out of print, don't know when it'll be back, including Amazon. I've done Target online, I've done Walmart online, I've done Amazon. All of them say the same thing, out of print. And then I found this one today at Walmart, and it's the only one left. So you better believe I'm picking it up, because who knows when I'll see it again. I just wanted to talk about this book a little bit more, The Wolf King. Look at the pages on there. I love it. So I'm really excited about this book, so much so that the book that I had planned on reading after I'm done with the Blue Moon book, honestly, you guys, I think is going to be this one. I think this is the one I'm going to end up reading. I've been wanting to read it for so long. Everybody's been raving about it, and I read The Exempt on Amazon, and it just sounds so good. Like, when war erupts between humans and werewolves, a princess finds herself torn between duty and desire. I want to mark you as mine, and I can think of countless ways I would do it. Countless ill-advised, highly pleasurable ways I would do it. It's like a princess, and on the eve of her wedding, she catches the eye of a powerful alpha, so then he kidnaps her and whisks her away to his rugged land north of the border, and a forbidden attraction starts to grow between the two of them. It's like, with monsters on both sides, a bloodthirsty war between humans and wolves raging, an undeniable passion growing between them. Will their story end in love or tragedy? And will Aurora ever get home? Does she even want to? And I've got, I think, 2 hours and 40 minutes left on my timer, so that gives me plenty of time to finish the book. And then I think I'm going to go directly into this one because... yes. I also have the books. I have some books coming in the mail that should be here tomorrow, I think. And I'm excited for those because, you know, we're coming on Christmas and we're coming on to December. And I was really hoping that they would get here before December, and it looks like that's going to happen. So I'm excited there. Which you guys will already know about that because that was in my one of my previous videos, where I talked about the books that I'm going to read in December. So originally they weren't supposed to get here until I think the 2nd of December, and now it says it's going to get here on like... Okay, so not only did I not go for my 4-mile run today, but I'm sitting here editing a video while I'm munching on chicken in the basket. So please follow me for more tips on how to not lose weight. I'll make up for it. I got a 12-mile run to do on Saturday, so I really did need to get this video edited. Like, somehow I got behind. I was ahead, and then Thanksgiving happened, and then I blinked and I started getting behind in videos. So honestly, all jokes aside, I really did need to just sit down and focus on getting this video edited. I have, like, yeah, I'm pretty far in the book, and it's really good so far, and I definitely see some things happening. There was this whole massive thing that happened in the beginning of the book that kind of set up the story. And now this said big event is happening again all these years later, and they have all these plans, and I just feel like everything is going to implode on this day, because that's what happened in the beginning of the book, right? It's like setting it up to happen some more. So we'll see, but I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen.
Oh man, that was quite the process. Now that I'm picking up my brain and sticking it back in my ears, I'm going to get back to reading, because even though we have fast gamers internet, our upload speeds are horrible. So it's going to take like 5 hours for this video to upload onto YouTube. Things are going so splendidly well for Eden and Davis right now. And they're having such sweet, amazing moments. And it's just things like this that it's like, why do we second guess ourselves? Like, just focus on what you're feeling. Focus on that amazing high that you're on, and stop letting worries and doubts get in your way. I mean, I know it's a very human thing to do, and we all do it, and I get it, but like, even in real life, our lives would be so much easier if we could just focus on the good and forget the bad things, and stop worrying about what the future could hold, because none of us know what the future holds, but we do have say on what paths we take to the future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything is going really, really good right now. And in true Blue Moon Lucy Score fashion, something dramatic is going to happen. And I seem to think that, and this is just me guessing, but I seem to think it's going to involve his parents coming back to town and making a stink and shaking things up and causing issues. So I don't know, we'll have to see, but that's kind of what I think is going to end up happening. And I believe it's going to happen on Hee Haw Day. So if you have no clue what Hee Haw Day is, you're just going to have to read the book and find out. Ooh, we're playing out a scene from Titanic, and I'm here for it. Let's do it. I'm already full, she confessed to Davis. I had 2 beers and 6 of those pigs in a blanket, Davis complained. I thought the walk over would make some room. It just gave me more time to realize how full I am. Eden patted him on the back, and he had to resist the urge to burp. Summer appeared in the doorway with 2 casserole dishes piled on top of each other, and Meatball the beagle sniffing around her, hoping for spills. Good God, we're gonna die here, aren't we? Eden whispered to him. He put his arm around her, though the effort hurt his full stomach. We're in this together, and by my count, there are at least 100 dogs here, and we could slip food too. How all of us feel on Thanksgiving. We figured you Pierces would go completely overboard, so we brought antacids and gas pills as our contribution. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, Eden, Davis, how lovely to see you, Bruce said, poking his head out of the second room. Bruce was wearing an olive wreath on his head and a very short Greek tunic that bared his chest and gaped over his ass. There was a large white screen set up behind him and a camera on a tripod. Oh, hey, Bruce, what's hanging? I mean jiggling, I mean shaking. What's shaking? Eden asked in a strangled voice. Oh my God. Beautification Bureau strikes again. Please excuse me, Bruce sidestepped with dignity across the hall, accidentally flashing his ass to 2 librarians who were minding their own business shelving books. Nico, Davis called into the now empty room. I am not looking up unless you promise me you're fully clothed, Nico said miserably. Those poor librarians who said being a librarian wasn't a dangerous job. Spent most of the day trying to get Christmas stuff done. Tomorrow is the 1st of December. I went ahead and I got my husband's help. We got our tree up today, and then now I can spend the rest of the day and evening relaxing. It's literally the last day of November, and I'm determined to get the book done. I've only got about 100 pages left. I can easily get that done. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys my tree. I will be switching locations for my sit down videos, and this is going to get featured in the background, and I'm really, really excited for that. And I also
have some things that I'm gonna want to talk about with you guys about the future of my channel. I've got a lot of big things happening in 2026. As if you're watching this right now and it's still 2025, if you're one of my few followers right now, first off, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. My biggest goal and biggest focus is going to be on this channel in 2026. I am doing all sorts of things, all sorts of big things. My plan is to grow, get a bigger community. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling. It's time for me to get cooking dinner. Then get back to reading because yes, I need to do that. I need to put my feet up and do some. So the thing that was going to pull them apart that I knew was coming, it happened. It just happened differently than I was expecting. But right now, I don't know what it is about these female characters in the Blue Moon books that you just want to throw a dumbstick at them. The choices she's making, let's just say, make absolutely no sense. But the book's almost over. She's gonna fix it. She's gonna have to, because she was really mean. And let's be honest, Davis didn't do anything wrong. And she needs to eat some serious crow. And her apology better be epic, because, granted, I get some of her fears. I do. Because I was thinking the same things myself. Still, she hurt him majorly, and poor Davis. Okay, it's been almost a week since I did my vlog. I did finish the book. I just didn't get around to filming this last part because so much has happened. As you can see, I'm done decorating and everything. You kind of see stuff in the background, but it's been crazy chaos. Some guy tinkering on his phone and trying to light a cigarette while he was driving, wasn't paying attention, and he hit my daughter who was driving and my husband who's in the passenger seat. They're okay. Everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. Thank God nobody got hurt. However, our truck got totaled. It has just been a whirlwind of trying to figure everything out. That's why this video is actually out a day later than what I normally upload. And for that, you guys, I am so incredibly sorry. It's just been utter chaos. And I will be talking about that a little bit more in the next vlog you guys get from me, which will come out in January, because I was already in the middle of filming that vlog when a lot of this stuff started happening. And then I was sitting down and I was trying to edit this. I never finished talking about the book. Never did an outro. Oops. I finished this book. It was so good. It did not end how I was expecting. How the end events happened weren't anything like what I was expecting, and I was pleasantly and happily surprised for that. Way to go, Lucy Score. Way for completely surprising me. The Beautification Bureau, you guys, they were epic in this book. They literally took things a whole new level, and I'm almost scared to see how they're going to be able to top themselves in the final book in the Blue Moon series. Very good book. I immensely enjoyed it. I literally finished this book at 11:30 p.m. on November 30th. Okay, so literally half an hour before December 1st, I finished this book. I hope everybody has a fantastic December. Merry Christmas. And you know what? Give all your loved ones a hug. Appreciate them this December. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.